previous game. It was a bit iffy when they were bowling. Until about the 15th, 16th over, it seemed like it would have been chased down, but they did manage to defend it. Another good delivery, Jawadullah, slightly fuller. And he's finding movement as most bowlers have found on this track.
Yeah, good ball. Very good ball again. So that comeback has been brilliant from Jawadullah after that first ball 6. Bowled 3 dot deliveries right after that. You need to pick a wicket quickly to put some pressure on the batting unit. We've seen these two run away with the games anytime and every time they've got an opportunity. They've scored. Brilliant. Coming in with the arm, leaving him just at the last moment.
Yeah, they didn't take too much time to fix his line, Jawadullah. Got hit for a 6 off the first ball, but after that, he's kept Zohaib in check, beating the outside edge on a few occasions.
And that wasn't swing, that was seam movement. That's very difficult to get away as a batter. And it's coming to you at 135k and moves away just at the last moment. You have no time to negotiate that. Decent over this, minus that first ball 4. And again, beating him 3 times consecutively to end the over. 1 over gone, 6 without loss.
Right arm over.
Junaid Siddiqui, the captain of the side, coming into bowl here. This is up in the air. Third has a chance. No, he has not. That's gone over him for another first ball mistimed 6.
Mayank Chaudhary. Well, he's decided if Zohaib can get a 6 off the first ball, so can I. Didn't look too nice, but it doesn't matter, does it? When you see it beat the fielder, go over the fence, you'll very quickly forget about how it came off. It's more about where it landed. And that landed over the fence. And the maximum number 2. So dealing in 6s so far.
Yeah, pretty good start here. Both batters getting off the mark with a boundary. And that's always confidence boosting. Again edged. And again 6. That's not good. That's unfortunate for the captain of the ILT20 Thunderbolts, Junaid Siddiqui.
Well, this start is a testament to how the Capitals go about their business, isn't it? If it's there to be hit, it's going to go after it. Mayank Chaudhary, 2 times in a row, using his feet, coming forward, and just giving it everything. This one also takes the edge, and I think it's gone all the way. The umpires will have a double check at it. But 3 6s, all 3 not off the middle of the bat.
I think the umpire should take a cue from the player there, because the player signaled a 6 right away. Our cameraman, very agile, had to get out of the way. He did get out of the way. 6 given by the umpire finally. So 18 runs have come in with 3 6s. And he goes towards the other side this time. Hasn't timed it well. This outfield is lightning quick. Almost gets there. Lukman does well.
The intentions are certainly clear here from these two. They're going to go after everything. If it's in the slot, the shot will come out. It's worked in their favor so far. This one, back of a length. Mayank onto the back foot very quickly. Again, not off the middle of the bat. Lukman had to run very, very hard to rope that in. And they've taken 3 runs off that. So, brilliant start this. 21 of just 9 deliveries.
Flicked away nicely from the meat of the bat. That's going to be 4 more. Very expensive over coming in from Junaid.
Yeah, that's probably frustration from Junaid. He's bowled a couple of good deliveries. Hasn't had things go his way. Now a little extra effort. Offers a full toss and chipped away for a fan code 4. Zohaib is not going to miss out on easy deliveries like that.
Unlucky on the first 2 balls of the over, Junaid. Those were decent deliveries. Were taken for 6s, both of them. Thick outside edges. But that last ball wasn't all that good. Full toss on the pads. Better ball. Dot ball.
Yeah, a little bit of inward movement. That's probably why Zohaib's bat just turned in his hands. I want to play it more straighter on that occasion. Couple of 6s, a 3 and a 4. So been an expensive start from the experienced Junaid Siddiqui. His team would be hoping that he delivers as a skipper. Umair Ali will be asked to come into bowl in not so long from now. So they need wickets. Especially this partnership is the one they'll look to break early. These 2 batters in prime form. Last ball of the over. It won't be the last ball of the over. He'll have to re-bowl that.
Not good from Junaid. 20 runs coming off this over already. Still a ball to go. Couple of 6s. Unlucky runs those. But after that, they have done really well. 3 runs off the next ball. 4 off the very next. So runs have come in freely in this over. Just 1 dot ball. Flying start here for the Dubai Capitals development. These 2 openers have done really well together. They've complemented each other really well. They've had partnerships. That last partnership between them was 182 runs for the opening wicket. End of the over, 2 gone. It's a flying start, 26 without loss.
Well, Mayank Chaudhary has climbed up the rankings very quickly. Now he's among the top 4 in the most 6s. 10 of them for him. Lukman Faisal, of course, right on top of it. 13 to him. Saghir Khan, not too far, 12. And neither is Raiz Ahmed with 11. So, not much of a difference. 1, in fact, separating all of them from the other. So, really getting tight in there. The most 6s list. That could very well change if these 2, especially Chaudhary, picks up 3 or 4 more here in this innings. Jawadullah picked up, in fact, conceded a maximum of the first ball he bowled, but after that he was fantastic. Now to the right-hander. And as expected, changing that line and angle is a challenge.
A poor start of the over. He started the first over poorly also. Went for a 6, but then he did this. First ball beating him outside off. Second ball again the same result. Third ball unplayable. Great comeback after being hit for a 6. This has gone up high, handsome, into the night sky and beyond.
6 number 4 inside the 3rd over. Mayank Chaudhary has decided to go for a walk. And he's done that now 3 times already. Very effective this time. Couple of times off the edge, but this one was middle timed, hammered over long off. That's got a long way behind for a maximum.
Yeah, in the last match also, they had more 6s than 4s. He's climbing up, Mayank. Now 11 6s. Just 2 away from the top rank. This is quick. Well bowled. He was late on that shot.
Jawadullah saw him moving, making room for himself and followed him. That's what a lot of good bowlers do. Because when you're running in, Faizan, you already made up your mind where you're going to land it. And then to switch and follow the batter and ensure you get that right is never easy. It takes a lot of skill and talent. Jawadullah, we know, is one of those very skilled bowlers. But this is good for the Capitals because we know early on with the new ball, bowlers do find assistance. But to get a start like this, despite that, is testament to the fact that they are a strong batting team and they like to go after the bowling early on.
Oh, top edge. Beats the keeper. Goes for 4.
It's an age-old saying, fortune favours the brave. They've been very brave, the Capitals. And fortune has certainly favoured them. A few edges have gone to the boundary. This one is another one on the list. My uncle will smile because he knows that 3 out of the 4 boundaries that he's hit, he hasn't really deserved it. But who cares? When it's a 4, it's a fan code 4 and they'll take all of it.
He's on 25 of just 6 deliveries. Mayank Chaudhary. Tries to make room, plays it away for at least a single. Single it is. Zohaib will come on strike.
Yeah, not the best idea to be doing that against the left arm who's bringing it back in to expose your stumps like that. But the way he's been batting, I'm sure he'll be confident in doing that. Chaudhary for once has gotten the more aggressive start. Generally, it's Zohaib who likes to get away with the game, go strong with a bigger strike rate. But Mayank is the one here who's really run away with the run scoring. Back of a length, straight at his body. Zohaib was thinking about a single there, but there's no need for risks like that. They've gotten off to a really good start here.
Another expensive over. 12 runs of it already. Still a ball to go. That's Mr. Ahmed Raza in the center. He is the head coach of the Dubai Capitals development side. That's going to be a wide. He'll have to re-bowl that.
Yeah, again, bit of extra effort, looking to really bend his back. It can be frustrating to you as a bowler. You've bowled a couple of good deliveries. They haven't gone your way out of no fault of your own. And then you're always thinking a little too much about where you're going to go. And that's when those runs start leaking. Very important that you stick to your basics. Even if the batters come after you, if you've been a few edges, that's fine. One of them will carry to the hand. Shot again. This time well directed. He can only guide it towards third. And a single with Zohaib keeping the strike in the next over. 3 overs, a solid start for the Capitals. It's 40 for none.
Junaid continues. Expensive first over from him. 20 coming off it. And an expensive start again to his next over. First ball 4.
And neatly done by Zohaib. It was straight onto his pads. Didn't look to hit it too hard. Used the pace of Junaid and simply made sure that it was to the left or the right of the fine leg fielder. And another fan code for, well, it's only boundaries here for the Capitals. And 140 now of 101. Whatever fears they had of trying to chase this down, this power play has certainly helped calm them down.
If I'm not wrong, they haven't taken a single yet, have they? Couple of them in the last over. But they haven't taken many, certainly. They've had a 3, they have had 4s, they have had 4 6s already. A very good start. Changing the angle now, bowling it full. Missed out on that one, Zohaib. When you're a bowler like Junaid Siddiqui, I think he must have bowled to someone like Zohaib a lot of times. What I've noticed all these years that I've seen Zohaib, he's a little iffy on that short of length delivery or back of the length delivery when it comes on the ribs, on the body. Doesn't like to pull the ball too much. He's a very good offside player. He's a very good player of the flick and plays it beautifully towards mid-wicket square leg. So I think you need to try that a little bit.
Yeah, he's picked the bones out of that one. Foolish again from Junaid. He just stood there, muscled it past the bowler for 4 more.
Yeah, what a shot. Just stand and deliver. That's where you can't bowl to him outside off. He has a lot of shots that he can make you pay if you bowl him outside that off stump. Not a very good ploy. Pressure here on the captain. Pressure on the ILT20 Thunderbolts.
Yeah, you spoke of him struggling on that goodish length. Jawadullah was doing that quite well. There you go. Bit of bounce and suddenly much more defensive is Zohaib. It was well directed as well. That's all he could have done, Zohaib. Still manages to get the single. Yeah, Jawadullah really troubled him in that first over. Just back of a length, moving away from him. He wasn't too assured in his approach. Wasn't too sure whether to get on the front foot or the back foot. Eventually, he kept missing them. And I think Junaid can learn a thing or two from his young bowling partner.
Yeah, I think Junaid Siddiqui has been all over the place. He's been full, he's been on length, he's bowled wide outside leg. So we haven't seen that consistency coming in. And Junaid is a brilliant bowler, there's no doubt about that. Short ball will be called 1 for the over. Nine runs of the over already. They need a quiet over here. Couple of them at least, if they are not picking up wickets.
Yeah, that's the way to go. If there's a partnership brewing and nothing's going your way, you got to create that pressure of dot balls, try out the boundaries for 2 to 3 overs. Then that's when you'll see the mistakes coming in from the batter. Create that pressure situation. It's not always the case where the ball's going to do magic tricks and get you wickets. Attempting the short one again. This time the umpire says it's too high and will be a wide. And with that, the 50 comes up as well very quickly for the Capitals.
I think the best power play that we've seen was in the last match where the Capitals came out all guns blazing, but it was still 59. So they have this chance to make a new record here. Yeah, that was clearly a wide. He got 1 for the over on that last ball. You can't bowl any more bouncers. And surprisingly, in the chase, Vipers came out all guns blazing also and scored the exact same amount of runs in the power play. 59. So that has been the best power play till now.
Full toss over the infield. And that'll be 4 more. At the rate this is going, it's certainly going to break the record of the highest score in the power play. 54 for no loss in just 4 overs.
Another poor delivery. Another full toss. Mayank did well to hit it to the boundary for a fan code 4. 4 gone, 54 without loss. Umair Ali Khan comes into ball for the first time. A little too early in this match. Just into the 5th over. Dot ball to start the over.
Faizan, you said that about him last time he bowled the 5th over. Did ended up picking a wicket. Umair Ali Khan can be a surprise package sometimes. He doesn't give you express pace, keeps it there and thereabout, and sometimes as a batter, because you're looking to go after a bowler like that, can end up playing a shot too many. Yeah, but don't bowl like that to him, especially not against Zohaib. In fact, any batter to a full toss like that, you will see the umpire's hands going up more often than not.
Well, that is the highest score now in the power play. 60 already on board. And still 10 more balls to go in the power play. They're flying high, going at 13.8 runs per over. Required run rate has come down to only 7.9.
Zohaib now on 26 of 17 is catching up with Mayank Chaudhary. 60 runs in just 4.2 overs. Hands on the hips from Jawadullah behind Zohaib. They're all trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Yeah, the body language isn't looking very good for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They're not talking to each other. Samir pointing out hands on the hips. That's a worrying sign, especially at such a early stage of the innings. Edged, gone. Umair Ali Khan does what Umair Ali Khan does best. Picks up a wicket here.
Yeah, you can never keep him out of the game. You'd assume that he doesn't do much as a bowler, but he produces results. A nothing delivery, really. Was going for a wide, but Zohaib decided to have a go at it. Only manages to get gloves. And Aftab Alam with a diving catch to his right. Zohaib has to walk away. 26 of 18. Umair breaks the partnership. It's 60 for 1. Interesting move. This Hafiz Almas in at number 3 for the Dubai Capitals development. Generally someone who comes down the order and is considered a finisher. But he's been given that promotion at number 3. Probably because the Capitals have gotten off to a really good start. Maybe to try and get a few big sixers. Keep the momentum going. Really bat Thunderbolts out of this game. And get to that run rate where it becomes very difficult to lose. Umair has decided that short is the way to go. And he greets Almas with it. It was the short ball that got the wicket as well. Down the leg side. Any other day it would have been a wide, but Zohaib for some reason decided to have a swipe at it. Much to the delight of Umair Ali Khan. There was a bit of glove on that. It was enough to be the undoing of Zohaib. Now this is once again way down the leg side. Struggling with his line here, Umair Ali Khan.
That's the tournament director, Mr. Andy Russell, in the pink shirt. Great guy. Always talks about cricket, very passionate, always smiling. And one anecdote about him, he doesn't sleep much, just like us.
I think that's a story of the residents of Dubai, isn't it? He's in deep conversation with Mr. Mahesh Mondkar. He's the tournament and leagues organizer here at the ICC Academy, constantly busy putting together matches here in this amazing facility. Rather relaxed outfit of the Dubai Capitals development team. Short again. And another very close opportunity there. So he's decided, Umair Ali Khan, that he's just going to go short because that's what has got him the wicket. And for some reason, it seems to be troubling the batters.
Yeah, it got big on him. He didn't expect it to come to him so quickly and getting big on him. And I'm actually a little surprised with Almas coming in at number 3 because they had got the runs on board. They didn't need a pinch hitter to come out. And again, third wide of the over. This is not good.
It's turning out to be a really long over this from Mir Ali Khan. That was the wicket. Even that was going down for a wide, plus another 3 wides. Hafiz Almas at number 3 is a very interesting proposition from Dubai Capital's development. I wonder what his approach is going to be. Has he been given the license to just go bang bang, or is he going to try and apply himself and play the long game? Yeah, too short, and this time it became too predictable. Hafiz Almas takes maximum advantage of it.
There's the answer to your question. He's not going to hold back. He's not going to hang about. Very short, asking to be hit. Hit it is for 6. That will be end of the over. 5 overs gone. They're flying 69 for 1. Still an over remaining in the power play, and in comes Simranjeet Singh with 5 wickets to his name. He's been brilliant in the tournament. He's picked up 2 wickets for 13 runs in that last match. Was amazing. He also, in the first match, bowled 4 great overs for just 11 runs and picking up a wicket. So he's been really good. Mayank Chaudhary, all guns blazing. 30 of just 9 balls. He's been lucky in those 30 runs. But what matters is that 30 on the board. Nobody's going to ask you how you got your runs. They're going to see the end result. How many runs you scored, how quickly you scored them.
He's been starved of the strike in the last couple of overs. A lot has happened from the time he's reached 30. Simranjeet Singh spin inside the power play. They've been forced to do this because the faster bowlers have gone for runs. Darts it in again down the leg side and another wide. So extras, too many from the Thunderbolts. Can't afford this when you're defending 118 and also conceded such a bad start.
Yeah, those are freebies. They can't give those away easily. Already a lot of runs are coming in front of the wicket. You can't just keep bowling wides. So first legal delivery. A dot ball here. 8 wides already in just the 6th over now. This is the final over of the power play. 70 already on board. Dream start here for the Dubai Capital's development. Quick run taken.
Yeah, good call and commitment from Hafiz Almas to complete the run. Wasn't hesitant in responding to Mayank's call. I think what has happened here is those 3 sixes early on, Faizan, off the edges and the unconvincing ones, if you'd like to call that, has really put off Thunderbolts, their plan and their lines. They're suddenly taken by surprise, and I think they probably overthought about what had happened there. They could have just stuck to their original plans, and things could have been much more different. But because they were trying too hard, the men in red, the Capitals, took good advantage of it, and now they're in such a comfortable position.
Also, they're just in their 6th over. So they don't need to do anything silly here. Just keep bowling in the right areas. Oh, loud appeal and a wide given by the umpire. Simranjeet cannot believe it.
Yeah, initially he was lamenting the wide, but suddenly realized that there may have been some sound. Yeah, that seemed quite far from the bat and the pad. Almost trying to put the umpire off. Bowlers do that once in a while. Excessive appealing. Nice and straight again, and Almas once again taking a start and responding to Mayank's request for a single. So we've seen the boundaries, now we're seeing some very smart running between the wickets.
Yeah, smart cricket. They know they've got the runs on board. They know they don't need to do anything silly here. Just keep milking the bowling around. They will get a bat ball from the over, which they can hit to the boundary. Nicely bowled again. Straight down the ground. Another single.
Simranjit Singh has bowled a few wides, but otherwise, when he's got it right, he's been pretty accurate. I like this experiment of Hafiz Almas at number 3. I think he's a very underrated batter. He plays a very agricultural stroke the moment I say that, but once again a big appeal from Simranjit Singh, denied by the umpire. We'll discuss more on Hafiz Almas being a complete batter. It's 6 overs done, 74 for 1.
"74 runs coming in the power play. As far as I can remember, this is the best power play in the DP World ILT20 development tournament. And that too coming at the last day of the league matches. The next match that's going to happen is very, very important. All eyes on that game, because that is the game that's going to decide who are the two teams that are getting along and getting in the top 4. It is also very important for ILT20 Thunderbolts to win this game. Even if they don't win, if they lose it by a small margin, they might still get in. 5 wickets for Abdul Ghaffar. He's coming into bowl here. Player of the match in one of the matches, and starts off very well.
Yeah, he's enjoyed bowling that bouncer. In the previous game, he was bowling them very well, and he greets Mayank with that. His first ball. Yeah, this is the business end of the tournament. This is where those points at run rate gets really intense. Who's got the upper hand? Who's going to make it to the top 4? And as we keep saying, it's not so much the results of this tournament about who wins or who loses. It's about who shines at this stage and who gets the eyes of the selectors. Picked up again and sent away towards fine leg for another maximum. We talked about him bowling good bouncers. This one was down the wrong line.
Yeah, poor. There's some punches in the wicket. Why do you have to bowl it short? Especially when you're looking at two players who are very good players off the back foot. And Mayank is looking like a different batter altogether since that 91 he scored. He was in total control of that game. He's come out all guns blazing in this one also. Looking very confident. He's been selected at the ACC Emerging Cup also for the UAE. So that's very good to see.
Yeah, that's coming up in Oman in a few days. Mayank, all the way from Haryana, has made a name for himself here in the Middle East. Certainly enjoying his cricket. Good batter, steady head on his shoulders. Enjoys batting, enjoys making runs. And he's got a deserved call-up in the emerging UAE squad. Basil Hamid will be captaining it, is what I hear. So exciting times ahead for UAE, the youngsters to make a name for themselves and really compete among the best in Asia. Always a great opportunity.
Ah, nicely bowled. Well left. Good cricket all around. Kept his eyes on the ball. Just let it go at the last moment. Yeah, you're right. I think Basil Hamid is the captain of that side. Look at that again. Beautiful. Quick. Fiery. Perfect line also. And there are a lot of youngsters in that team. From the top of my mind, I can remember Aryansh being a part of it. Very good player. Mayank Chaudhary, who's batting right now, he's also a part of that team. I think the team has also got Jawadullah because he's coming off an injury. So I think he's been put there just to try and test if he's feeling all right. There's also, I think, if I'm not wrong, there's also Nilansh Keswani in that. I think so.
Yeah, those are the kind of tournaments you want to really ease new talent into the setup. You don't want to be throwing them into the deep end immediately against big opposition. Nicely behind that. So just one bad ball from Abdul Ghaffar so far, the one that went for a maximum, but otherwise he's been pretty accurate. Back of a length on that fourth stump channel. That's what you need when you're not finding much in terms of swing and movement. That is the way to go. He's a very improved bowler, is Abdul Ghaffar. I remember when he first came on, it was a bit erratic. Yes, he was finding that swing, had pace about him, but I think he's compromised on his pace to find a bit of control.
Certainly not as fiery as he used to be, but a lot fitter than he was. Nicely bowled to end the over. That's going to be a single to finish it. 7 overs gone. It's 82 for 1.
Well, batters to come, Khalid Shah, the skipper, Nasir Faraz as well. Those two will certainly look to try and get among the runs. They've got Hilal as well after Nasir Faraz, so youngsters in there. It's been a good mix, this team. Dubai Capitals, they've got a few seniors and some very exciting talent in there. A couple of them out there batting right now, Hafiz Almas and Mayank Chaudhary. Mayank, we know what he can do. I'm sure Hafiz Almas too is quite hungry to get into form and get among the runs. And more importantly, as we've been saying, impress. Simranjit Singh, meanwhile, bowled a good first over. He's going to continue to try and apply some pressure here. The idea will be to try and close out the boundaries, bowl a string of good balls. Down on one knee, lifted over square leg, one bounce into the fence.
So runs still flowing in. They haven't been able to plug the flow of runs, and that has been the problem for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. So yeah, we were talking about the UAE squad. Basil Hamid, Ansh Tandon has been given an opportunity. Good to see that young, fiery batter. Aryan Sharma. There's Mayank Kumar, Mohammad Jawadullah. Mohammad Farooq has been selected, which is very good to see. Leggy, and can give you some quick runs towards the end. Nicely bowled again. Dhruv Parashar, we were talking about him, how special he's been in the middle order. Hasn't been given a lot of opportunities in this tournament. I think that's Rahul Chopra. He's been very good. Sanchit Mohan Sharma is a part of that. So a lot of these players, Tanish Suri also, a lot of these players playing in this tournament. Vishnu Sukumaran also playing in this tournament. Syed Haider Wasi Shah also playing in this tournament. So all these players have been recruited for the men's T20 emerging teams Asia Cup. Very good to see.
Yeah, great opportunity. Just like this tournament, that too will be for these youngsters. In the meantime, Simranjit Singh, every time he's bowled in line with the stumps, the batters have struggled to get him away. But the problem is every once in a while, he just goes down the leg side and they've been able to somehow make it count. I won't mind one bowler going at 6 runs and over because the rest of them have been given the treatment. Full face of the bat. Can afford to defend 1 or 2 here. Mayank Chaudhary has slowed down compared to the way he started, but it's still a good start for the Capitals. It's 87 for 1 after 8.
So Lukman Faisal, the leading run getter, and Mayank Chaudhary is on the brink of crossing him to be number 1. He's on 205 runs right now with Luqman on 206. He's already overtaken Rais Ahmed. 206, 205, 204, the top three. Neck and neck. Mayank has done really well. He deserved that century in the last game. 91 is what he scored. And then lost his wicket. In the most unusual of ways, chopping it onto the stumps. Heartbreaking. In comes Abdul Ghaffar for the second over. Took some pounding on the second ball of the first over, but came back strongly. Starts off well.
Yeah, these two now getting into some form of rhythm. Abdul Ghaffar and Simranjit Singh. There's been one or two fours, but it's much better than the start there was. Yes, it's the end of the power play. Much more protection in the deep, but they've bowled good lines. Mayank Chaudhary climbing up the run getters list, and those are the lists, the stats that the selectors in the ILT20 will be looking at to recruit them into the big tournament. And a great platform for these guys to go out and show the world what they're made of. Hasn't timed it. Oh, and it's dropped. Down at long on, there was a real opportunity to get rid of the set batter. But the chance goes begging.
Yeah, first real chance created and spilled. I think he did not judge the ball well. He was coming in, stopped Luqman Faisal there. He's a brilliant batter. But he needs to take those also. It's a cliche. Catches win matches, but it's a cliche for a reason. Another one up in the air. Another opportunity. This time it's taken. Although he was not very stable under the ball, but he gets it the Australian way.
Yeah, Hafiz Almas looking to go big, deep in his crease. Has just sliced it all the way up. And the catch has been taken comfortably this time. Luqman dropped one down at long on, but Awais Ali Shah much more assured in his catching. 14 or 14, so the experiment with Hafiz Almas at number 3 is not so much of a success for the Capitals. It's 89 for 2. In comes the skipper, Khalid Shah. Best of 15 in this tournament, so he's certainly not had a good time so far. He's batting out of his position. Generally an opener, likes to open the innings, but for his team, he's decided to bat at number 4. And with Zohaib and Mayank going so well, only makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, but I don't think Khalid is a very good middle order batter. Khalid likes to play his shot. He needs a new ball with the fielding restrictions in the power play to get going. He's played well towards third. And he's an impulsive player, very instinctive. And that's why those kind of players, I like seeing them at the top of the order. That was the last wicket. Going across the line, not good. Very poor shot coming in from Hafiz Almas. And Awais doing well in the end. So yeah, I think as things change with the team's requirement, but I genuinely believe players like Khalid Shah should bat up the order. Where will they find that place? That's another question.
Yeah, that is the challenge, isn't it? When you've got so many openers, you've got to try and figure out your best combinations. Getting on top of that. They're looking for the second. And they take it comfortably. Abdul Ghaffar, for me, has bowled brilliantly. He's really bent his back, extracted a bit of bounce. and really made it difficult for the batters to get runs off him, and that the wicket was a result of such good, consistent bowling.
Yeah, we were talking about that when Junaid was bowling consistently back of the length. And that is what Ghaffar has been doing, back of the length or short of good length. That is where he's bowled. He hasn't really kept the ball up because he knows that he's not one of those bowlers who would look for perches off the wicket. He wants to create an opportunity with those lines and lengths that he bowls. That was too straight. Tucked around the corner for a single again. They were thinking of two there. Wasn't available. 9 gone. They're still looking good. 93 for 2.
There you have it. Lukman Faisal being dethroned from the top. It's Mayank Chaudhary, who's still not out, by the way, on 43. Leading the run scoring chart. 209 runs, and I'm sure he'll be looking to add on to that.
Ironically, it is Lukman Faisal who himself is responsible for that. Because he dropped the catch when he was on 205, I think. So Lukman could have still ruled had he taken that catch.
Dropped his crown, metaphorically speaking. But things change fast in this format, in a tournament that is so short and quick. Umar Ali Khan back into the attack. Slower delivery. Mayank is more than happy to push that down for as long. And I think he's just taken on a very sedate approach in the last couple of overs. He's gotten off to that start, laid the foundation. Now it's about just milking it around and taking the game deep.
A very good match awareness. And I'm very impressed with Mayank Chaudhary in that regard. And he's a proper batter. He doesn't like to slog the ball or go too hard on the ball. So he likes to time the ball, plays it late sometimes. Can press the pedal also. So he's a round. He's a very well-rounded batter. And I think that is the reason why you can, bring in Mayank at number 3 and can promote Khalid Shah at the top of the order. Because once Khalid is that kind of player that he can take the game away single-handedly if he gets going. White ball.
Yeah, there is a case for what you say for sure. And I think that might just be a good idea. Khalid Shah has struggled for runs, so getting him back to his comfortable position of opening and getting Mayank to maybe bat at number 3-4. I remember there was a D50 game not so long ago in which Mayank scored a beautiful century alongside Aryan Sharma, both of them opening, and both of them got centuries. And I think for me, that was the most stylish innings I've watched in a long time in UAE domestic cricket. I think we were calling it together, if I'm not wrong. It was very impressive. That's when I really knew how good Mayank Chaudhary was.
Another one outside off. This time the umpire lets it go. Yeah, it was touch and go, if you ask me. Yeah, you're right. I think, we were calling the game together and I went for the presentation also where I had a chat with him. He's a very well-spoken, soft-spoken gentleman, Mayank. And he's very assured about himself. That is what I felt after talking to him. He's very assured about his capabilities, and that is a very important trait to have for a young batter. That's played well from the middle of the bat and goes big. That's how Khalid Shah plays. 6.
Now brings the 100 up in style for his team, Khalid Shah. He'd love to get among the runs. He loves batting. Length delivery, not much pace on it. And this is what Khalid Shah can do. He can really pick the length early. He's not a very big bloke, but he can pack a punch for sure.
Better ball. And this time, he cuts it away. He's very good in that region. Maroof cannot stop it. Another fan code 4.
But this wasn't full enough for him to go in front, so he'll just hang there, wait for it to come to him and cut it away with a thick top edge. Over the third and away from backward point for another 4. So the boundaries once again have started coming. There was a quiet period for the batters, but suddenly the pressure is being undone here.
Yeah, they're still going at 10.9 runs per over. Nicely played to the left of that fielder. Will take a single. 106 now on board with just 2 wickets down. They have 8 wickets in hand. They're looking good to chase down that 79 of just 62 deliveries. Couple of more wickets here and the game might hang in the balance.
Very similar this to the game that happened yesterday between Sri Lanka and West Indies. West Indies were chasing 180 and in the power play they made 79 runs for no loss. Really took the game away from Sri Lanka. Similar this approach from the Dubai Capitals batters. They've really maximized in the power play and now they can afford to go easy. At the halfway stage, they're sitting very, very comfortably, 107 for 2.
Well, the equation looks much simpler now. 77 needed in the last 10 overs. Khalid Shah turning on the heat in the previous over. Hitting a couple of boundaries. That massive 6 coming in from his blade. And now finally finding some rhythm and is getting right to the meat of the bat. And I think it's a good move now. They've got the speedster Jawad-ullah back into the attack to break this partnership. Short delivery. Played down the ground and singles all they'll get.
It's 108 on the board, just 2 wickets lost. Is the skipper out there in the middle for Dubai Capitals development team. So clearly they are in the driver's seat. 76 needed of 59 balls. What the Thunderbolts need, the ILT20 Thunderbolts, is a wicket. And that's why they've called upon Jawad-ullah to come in and try and extract a wicket here, create an opportunity, bring ILT20 Thunderbolts back in the game. Can he do that? Goes for the Yorker. Nicely worked away by Khalid Shah. Played it late and played it for a single.
Yeah, at the moment that is what they need. Singles and doubles will do the job for them. Mayank Chaudhary just 4 runs away to reach his personal milestone. Another terrific knock. Laying the platform, both the batters, Zohaib and Mayank. Once again, 50 runs partnership between these two batters. And that is why they're the number 1 side at the moment in this tournament, Dubai Capitals development. A destructive batting order. That's been crashed and crashed really hard. He's middled this, Mayank Chaudhary, and with this shot, he will reach his 50. What a knock.
Well, flat batted that towards the long off for a 50 and also a fan code 4 coming in. That was really a vigorous hit from the stylish Mayank Chaudhary. Just look at that. Stand and just play that with a lot of power and brute force. Another 50 for the in-form batter, Mayank Chaudhary. He's played a wonderful knock, a scintillating innings of 50 or just 25 deliveries, striking at 200. Brilliant knock from the talented Mayank Chaudhary. Cuts it this time, but straight to our base. He has grown in confidence and stature, Mayank, as the tournament has progressed. And definitely making a mark in this tournament.
Yeah, he's certainly been one of the backbones of the side. Every time he comes on to open, just scores runs for his side, gives good starts, and that is exactly what he's done once again. Short delivery, that's pulled away, it's in the air, played aerial, fielder coming underneath, he takes it. Simranjeet, one of the safest fielders in the house, he's not going to drop those.
Now that's a good catch, and finally that partnership has been broken. Jawadullah delivers for his side. A short ball pulled, but doesn't get the connection, doesn't come from the middle, and a very good catch by Simranjeet Singh. Settling underneath it and taking that catch comfortably. Out goes Mayank Chaudhary after scoring 50 of 27 deliveries. It's 113 for 3.
Well, a timed wicket coming in for ILT20 Thunderbolts. And it is Mayank Chaudhary, the latest victim. Well, that was the indication from the umpire, the super sub, and it is Junaid, a very destructive batter on your screen. Well, if he stays for a couple of overs, he can completely change the complexion of this game. Short delivery, watchfully played down the ground intentionally. Right approach by Junaid Afridi.
Wild throw from Simranjeet. Luckily, no damage done. Yes, Junaid Afridi being brought into the attack. And he's here because Mayank, beg your pardon, trying to go big, finds Simranjeet at the stroke of 50. This one was taken cleanly by Simranjeet. Very well done. So Junaid now, he's come in the side, replacing Haider Ali as the super sub. So we won't see Haider Ali batting. Well, that's not a sight we would miss too much. But Junaid, he definitely will be a value add for Dubai Capitals in this run chase. 70 needed of 54, 11 overs done, 114 for 3. The West Indies women side practicing. They have a game against England tomorrow. They are pretty much alive in the tournament. They win that game, they will qualify into the semi-final. They've done really well so far. Just one game away from getting into the semi-finals. Meanwhile, back to DP World ILT20 development. Dubai Capitals are at the top of the table and they intend to stay there with this win tonight. 70 of 54 balls. Thunderbolts will want to win this game just so that they can secure their position in the top 4. Remember, semi-finals tomorrow, 2 semi-finals, and then the big final, the grand finale on Wednesday, beg your pardon. That's the day after. So 115 for 3. Aves coming into bowl. This one's been pulled by Khalid Shah. Well, we heard that discussion between Faizan and Samir Yunus about Khalid Shah batting at this position. Owais, what do you make of that? What do you think about that decision of Khalid Shah coming down the order and not opening the innings?
Yeah, I'll get back to you after this delivery. Firing onto the pads, missing out on occasion. Yeah, I think Khalid Shah, well, he's been doing very well throughout the season. He has been opening the innings. I haven't really seen him in the last couple of years coming down the order. And mind you, he's been performing consistently when he's come out to open. But then again, now, if we look at it, Zohaib, he was promoted up the order. But he has done really well. He's been scoring runs for his team and he's been giving blistering starts to his side. So, I'm not sure if Khalid Shah is comfortable batting at this position. But then again, I don't think so he has any options there, Shoaib.
I think Zohaib has owned that position at the top for the Dubai Capitals. A miss from Aftab Alam, the man with the gloves behind the stumps. Avish has come in to bowl his first over and started off well. Now that gap between the runs required and the balls remaining is increasing with every over, and that's not good news for Dubai Capital's development team. Oh, beats the fielder at point. They are looking for the second. No, they'll settle for one. Decent over from Avesh Shah, 4 of it. After 12 overs, it's 119 for 3. Well, that is breaking news for the Men's T20 Emerging Teams Asia Cup, UAE. That's the squad that's been announced. Quite a number of new faces in that UAE squad. They definitely have rested key players. No Mohammad Wasim, no Junaid Siddiqui. We'll come back to that and discuss in further detail. As of now, it's Simranjeet Singh. A dot ball there. The spinners have done well for the ILT20 Thunderbolts always.
Yeah, absolutely. Simranjeet and Awais Ali Shah. And I would also like to add that Junaid Siddiqui has been taking some very good decisions. Comes down the track. It's played aerial. It's miles up in the air. And takes it. Well, you can't keep this man out of the game. Takes a clean catch. And it is Junaid Afridi, the latest victim.
Well, the super sub not able to make an impact in this game, trying to take on Simranjeet. Skies this one up in the air and a very good catch. Well, it was almost over his head, overran a bit, but then corrected and took that important catch, Avesh Shah. Yeah, there you go, the Simranjeet celebration from his partner Avesh. Junaid Afridi out for 4 of 7. Another wicket falls, some pressure back on Dubai Capitals. It's 119 for 4.
Well, in comes the new man Nasir Faraz. We haven't really seen much of him in this tournament, but he's got a perfect opportunity. Show his skill set. Plenty of overs to go. And back-to-back quick wickets now. They're back into this game, ILT T20 Thunderbolts.
Nasir Faraz out there in the middle because Junaid played this shot and skied this one in the area. Nowhere close to that ball, just playing it away from his body. Doesn't get the connection right. And a very good catch at long off. Avesh Shah completes that one. Nasir Faraz, yes, he's a talented batter. Well, how many of them do Dubai Capital's development have in that side? One talented cricketer replaces another. Nasir Faraz hasn't gotten all those opportunities that he would have expected. But tonight is the night and could be the night that he contributes towards the win. And ensures that Dubai Capital stay at the top of that points table.
Quite over coming in for ILT20 Thunderbolts. Nicely bowled. Excellent delivery. Finding his lengths. And I think it's great captaincy by Junaid Siddiqui Shoaib. He got Jawad Ullah in the middle to break the partnership. He did so. He held back with Awais Ali Shah. And now both the spinners have come into operation and are making life tough for the batters in the middle.
Yeah, these two bowlers, Simranjeet and Awais, have been instrumental in the ILT20 Thunderbolts' performance this season. They've bowled well. They've taken wickets in the middle overs, which is important. And they haven't given away a lot of runs. So that has been one of the key factors towards the success of the ILT20 Thunderbolts. 13 overs done, 1, 2, 3 for 4. So you're discussing about this breaking news, the UAE squad that has been announced for the Emerging Teams Asia Cup. Quite a few key members missing, and that is rightly so because they want to give the youngsters a chance. You will see Mayank Kumar being introduced for the first time in this setup, and the others have been around but haven't got those opportunities. Ansh Tandon being one of them. Sanchit Sharma makes a comeback into the squad, while Tanis Suri and Vishnu Sukumaran are the regulars when it comes to the playing 11. Basil Hamid, he'll be leading the side. No Mohammad Wasim. So they've been rested. And this is such a great opportunity for UAE to make a mark. They'll be playing against top sides like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. That's in the air and not timed too well. Could be wicket. Yes. Another wicket falls. Aves Shah strikes. And it's the danger man, Khalid Shah, the captain, who will have to walk back.
Well, this is brilliant bowling by Aves. Enticing the batter, just flighting, giving a lot of loop on the offside. And there you go, Khalid trying to take him downtown. In the end, it was a nothing shot and wasn't required at this stage of the game. He did hold the key, Khalid Shah, but then in the end, holding out. And an excellent take once again in the deep. Khalid Shah will have to go back after scoring 16. 123 for 5.
So it's Farooq Mohammad. Well, he's had a role in this team, not only with the ball, but with the bat. A lot of belief shown in his batting prowess. Was sent as a pinch hitter in the earlier game for Dubai Capitals, and he's at number 7 today. Definitely can bat. Now these two will have to play. They're now 1 wicket away, ILT20 Thunderbolts, to really have a grip on this game.
Yeah, I think it's more like a gamble to send Nasir Faraz at this stage, or beg your pardon, Mohammad Farooq at this stage of the game. Considering Aves and Simranjeet, they're bowling in those perfect areas and making life tough for batters in the middle. So this could turn out to be horribly wrong, and that was the last wicket. Khalid Shah was getting a little frustrated, a little agitated in the end, not getting it from the middle of the bat, and lost his wicket.
Well, some banter between bat and ball. Nasir Faraz, he's cool as a cucumber, but he does bat with a lot of focus, and he is a genuine match winner. I've seen him play some really important knocks, match-winning innings. But this is a different platform altogether. And matches like these come with a different kind of pressure. 14 overs bowled, 125 for 5.
boys, right this side पे चेंज जल्दी करना है सबने boy quick change boys.
So those are the best bowlers in this season of DP World ILT20 development. Uzair Khan is at the top with 10 wickets. Rohit is at number 2 with 9 wickets, and Haider Ali, the spinner, is at number 3 with 8 wickets to his name. He definitely is no surprise that he's there in the top 3. Has bowled some difficult overs, Haider Ali, for his side, and he's been amongst the wickets as well. Simranjeet to continue. Last over for him. They've still got 4 batters coming in. Hilal Noor, Raja, Akif, Ibrar Ahmed and Omid Rahman. That's officially the tail for Dubai Capitals development team. And this is the last batting pair for Dubai Capitals that can actually take them home. Plays it late. Gets a single. Not sure Simran will be happy with that. You can't hit the ball towards the fielders who are inside the 30-yard circle and still take a single. I think that is something that they need to work on.
Yeah, that was very good running between these two batters. Goes down on one knee, smashes towards mid-wicket, but finds the fielder yet again. And it is this man once again, Simranjeet Singh, has picked up another wicket.
Yeah, the spinners have bowled really well for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. Simranjeet flighting that ball. Nasir Faraz down on one knee, dragging that from outside off and playing it towards mid-wicket. Very good catch in that region as Nasir Faraz walks back after scoring 4 of 6, and that is definitely not good for Dubai Capitals. 127 for 5. So that's the batting performance from Dubai Capitals development team so far. They did get a good start from the openers, but now they've faltered so far. And it's been a commendable comeback from the men in yellow. They're looking for the second. And they might go for the third as well. Oh, it's going to go all the way for 5, or rather 6 runs. 4 in the form of overthrows. Is it 5 or 6? Well, runs for sure.
Yeah, that is certainly going to help the cause in the favour for Dubai Capitals development. And that was the last wicket. Nasir Faraz trying to go for a big hit. Not timing it at all and finding the fielder. Luqman Faisal, one of the safest fielders. And there you go. There's a signature celebration coming in from Simranjeet. Yeah, the pendulum has certainly swung in the favour of ILT20 Thunderbolts. They're picking wickets consistently, and I think it was that decision when they brought Jawadullah into the attack. They were going along really well at one stage. They were 113 for 2 in 10.5, and that is when we thought that Dubai Capitals development are going to run away with the show. And then they had different plans. Right then, let's have a look at this one. That was the overthrows given. Good running between these two. Let's have a look what happened there exactly. Oh, Simranjeet, I think he wasn't in a good position there, Shoaib.
Well, to be honest, and I'll be brutally honest, this is hit straight down the ground. Couple of bounces, in fact, one bounce, and it's gone all the way for 4 runs. Well, Simranjeet, he'll be disheartened. First that overthrow, and now this hit over the bowler's head. Fan code 4 for Farooq Mohammad.
Yeah, that was a very good looking shot. Using his feet to his advantage. That's the right way to go about. Delicately placed towards the third man. It's racing away towards the boundary. That has been a handy over coming in for Dubai Capitals development.
Well, they're definitely back in the game with this over. Look at that. Just played it late. Played it in the gap. Beautifully done. And no chance for the fielder Jawadullah at short third. Fan code 4 to end the over. And the spell for Simranjeet as well. 15 overs bowled, 140 for 6. Fifteen overs bowled, 140 for 6. Avesh Shah to continue. Picks it in the gap. Raja Akifullah, he can bat. He does have that ability to hit those long sixes. Now, all this started because of that overthrow. Now, look at how things pan out. You've seen Junaid Siddiqui. He realizes that the ball has been hit towards the mid-wicket. He should have backed up. He's late on that throw, and then by the time he's trying to reach that, it's gone for 4 runs. The throw was not all that great, but I think Junaid Siddiqui should have backed that up.
Got away nicely. Yeah, spot on with your analysis there, Shoaib. You're absolutely right. There should have been a better backup by the captain himself. Junaid Siddiqui is to be blamed. And these are the moments in the game where you have to be a little careful. You can't really leak runs. 43 in 29 is pretty much achievable from here onwards.
Yes, and it's also a lot to do with your regular field position. Now that's bowled inside edge and crashes into the stumps. Avesh Shah brings the ILT20 Thunderbolts back in the game with that wicket of Raja Akifullah.
Well, he's missed out on this one. It was short and it was there to be hit. Raja Akif, I think he's just trying to go too hard on it. And in the end, chopped on back to the stumps and has lost his wicket. Well, you have to go back to the dugout after scoring 6. 142 for 7.
Captain announced. Free to come.
Well, they're struggling here now by captain's development. Every time we see a partnership being formed, they lose a wicket. And who is it? It is once again Avesh Shah, one of the premier wicket takers of the side. Crashing onto the stumps, picking up another wicket is Hilal Noor, the new batter. Beautifully bowled. And they will steal a single there.
And that's the wicket again of Raja Akifullah, trying to drag that from outside off towards the cow corner. And Avesh Shah, well, he's bowled well and he deserved a wicket. A little bit of luck favouring him. But it is an excellent spell and a great bowling performance from Avesh Shah in the entire tournament. Now brings the reverse, goes in the air. Is that a wicket? No, GB Alex says not out. No bat or glove involved. Aftab Alam thinks that there is some glove involved. Well, this could give us a better picture. Well, it's hit him on the hand, but I'm not sure whether it has brushed the pads or not. Very difficult to say from this angle. Well, let's look at that again from this angle now. And slower. There you go. Yeah, it does look very close to the gloves. Does look very close. And it is definitely worth an appeal. Not out is the final decision. 16 overs, 143 for 7. $143. 145 now after that first ball. Pushed and pushed well. Quick single taken by Hilal Noor. Well, the equation is not all that difficult. The concern is the wickets column. 7 down. $37 needed of 21. ILT20 Thunderbolts definitely feel that they've got a grip on this game now, but they can't be complacent here, always. They need to be on their A game.
Well, a couple of big hits will certainly change the complexion of this game. 37 and 21 deliveries. That is something which is very much achievable. Outside edge and going towards the boundary. Well, that is certainly going to help the cause.
Runs are important. Doesn't matter how they come. Taking that top edge and beats the keeper over the keeper's head. Aftab Alam can't do much about it. Javadullah needs to bowl a lot straighter and on the stumps. Well, there you go. One of the most impressive cricketers in this season, Sagir Khan Afridi. Now this is hit straight down the ground towards long on. They have a game coming up next, the Gulf Giants development team, and they'll be taking on the ILT20 Pearls.
Yeah, how important is that game for ILT20 Pearls? It's a must-win game for them, mind you. If they lose that game, it's going to be pretty much done and dusted for them in this tournament. Talking about this game, it has come to life. Oh, nicely bowled in the block hole. And no appeal from Jawadullah.
Well, there was an appeal, but I don't think it was as animated as was warranted. Well, okay, now the umpire says that there is a bat involved. He's got a smile on his face, but that looked really close. Let's look at that. Well, that was right on the middle stump. He couldn't believe it. And Sunij, the umpire, thinks that there is some bat involved. 152 for 7. 32 needed of 19 deliveries.
Short delivery, that's aerial. Fielder coming underneath and takes it. Umair Ali Khan, one of the safest fielders in the team, is not going to drop that.
And the fielding has been on the mark for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They've taken almost all catches and have backed their bowlers. Jawadullah gets another wicket, and this time it's Farooq Momand who's tried to go big and finds Umar Ali Khan at long on. Out for 16 of 9, and this has been a collapse for the Dubai Capitals. 152 for 8.
Well, in walks the number 10 batter. This is Ibrar Ahmed. They're falling like pack of cards here. Dubai Capitals development. They were in the driving seat, were having an upper hand, a commanding position in this game throughout. And then an excellent decision from Junaid, bringing in Jawadullah, breaking the partnership early. And then Awais Ali Shah and Simranjeet. They've been phenomenal. Well, there you go. Up in the air. Another one goes down. And that's the third one for Awais. And look at that celebration. Excellent.
Another wicket falls, and the ILT20 Thunderbolts inching towards victory. Well, nothing short really. It was not all that short to be played on the back foot. He still goes for it and just lobs it in the air. Awais completes the catch of his own bowling. And he has been phenomenal. Ibrar Ahmed out for a golden duck. 153 for 9.
Well, in comes the number 11 batter. It is Omid Rahman. Pretty much known for his bowling, not too sure with his batting skills. There you go, bang on the money. And that's the 4 wicket. And with that, ILT20 Thunderbolts have clinched a victory.
Well, it has been a scintillating performance from the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They have been clinical with the bat and with the ball and just have beaten the table toppers, the Dubai Capitals development team. 153 is all they could manage. And Junaid Siddiqui, he'll be a happy captain. Always amongst the wickets yet again, and well supported by the other bowlers, including Simranjeet, who got wickets as well. That's the winning moment then. Umeed was trying to go big, misses it completely, and that is the winning moment for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. He's out for a golden duck as well. And it's time to celebrate for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They have definitely secured a spot in the semi-finals. Will be in the top 4 and will stay there as they get into the knockout game that is scheduled to be played tomorrow. Thunderbolts, the ILT20 Thunderbolts, won the game by 30 runs. So that's the batting card then for the Dubai Capitals development team. Right at the top, there were useful contributions. 26 from Zohaib, Mayank Chaudhary performing with the bat yet again for Dubai Capitals development, scoring 50 of 27 deliveries. But then after his dismissal, the middle order just couldn't perform and kept losing wickets at regular intervals. Hafiz Alma scoring 14 and Khalid Shah scoring some runs as well. That's the partnerships for the Dubai Capitals. 60 came from Mohammad Zohaib and Mayank Chaudhary at the top. They were looking really good while their partnership grew as the overs passed. But once those two batters were sent back, it was a struggle for the middle order batters of Dubai Capitals. Bowling card for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. Wickets for Umer Khan, Abdul Ghaffar as well. 2 wickets for Jawadullah and for Simranjeet Singh. But the pick of the bowlers was Avesh Shah. 3 overs, 3.3 overs in fact, giving away just 10 runs and getting 4 wickets to his name. So that's how the match panned out then. It was the Thunderbolts, the ILT20 Thunderbolts, who were asked to bat first, and they scored 183 runs in their allotted 20 overs. Rais Ahmed scoring 70 of 45. Hamdan Tahir scoring 29 of 26. Avesh Shah scoring 26 of 10. And Luqman Faisal scoring 25. Pick of the bowlers for the Dubai Capitals was Haider Ali getting 2 wickets, Raja Akif getting 2 wickets, Ibrar Ahmed 2 wickets as well. In reply, the Dubai Capitals development team just couldn't get to that total of 183. They could only manage 153. Mayank Chaudhary top scoring for Dubai Capitals development, scoring 50 and 26 from Zohaib, while the pick of the bowlers for the ILT20 Thunderbolts was Avesh Shah getting 4 wickets. 2 wickets apiece for Simranjeet and Jawadullah as well. The ILT20 Thunderbolts have won this match number 14 against the Dubai Capitals by 30 runs. That's the highlights then of this match number 14. Umeed Rahman got that early breakthrough, but then there was a partnership between the two batters, Hamdan Tahir, and he did look really good while he was out there in the middle, ensured that they got those runs, while Luqman Faisal also contributed with the bat. The power play overs belonged to the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They ensured they got those boundaries at regular intervals. That was the wicket of Luqman Faisal, caught at square leg by Farooq Mohmand, and Ibrar getting that wicket as well. But there were partnerships, especially from Rais, who ensured that they got off to a good start and continued his good run of form. Rais Ahmed in this game as well. He got 68 in the previous game and got a 50 in this innings as well. Hamdan Tahir was caught at long on. Farooq Mohmand, the bowler. Raja Akif came in to bowl and was taken for some runs by Rais, while he looked really good on that offside region and ensured that he kept hitting those gaps when needed. That was another wicket of Abdul Ghaffar, who came in as a pinch hitter, just couldn't contribute much. Rahul Chopra then followed as well, got a few big hits. But Rais Ahmed, he was the man who got the ILT20 Thunderbolts to that score that was something for the bowlers to fight. Haider was the pick of the bowlers for Dubai Capitals. He came in the middle overs and got those important breakthroughs. He got those wickets as well. Ibrar getting a few, while at the fag end of the innings, the ILT20 Thunderbolts got to a decent total. In reply, Dubai Capitals started really well. The two openers for the Dubai Capitals development team, Zohaib Khan and with him Mayank Chaudhary, started off and gave the start that the Dubai Capitals development team needed in order to chase this total down. But it was the self-belief of the ILT20 Thunderbolts, Umair Ali Khan getting that breakthrough in that partnership, and after that the spinners, when they came out to bowl, they ensured that they got those wickets as well. They kept that ball in the right areas. They got those deliveries to turn just a bit. And the two spinners, Simranjeet and Aves, they were amongst the wickets yet again for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. They have bowled well and they continued to bowl well tonight as well. Aves Shah in particular was brilliant with the ball, got 4 wickets to his name, and the catchers, the fielders of the ILT20 Thunderbolts also did a wonderful job. They took almost all their catches and ensured that they got those wickets as well. That's the wicket for Aves, and some wickets in quick succession. The tail didn't wag for the Dubai Capitals development team, and they kept losing wickets after wickets. They needed a winning moment, and this was the winning moment for the ILT20 Thunderbolts. Smiles all around, and why not? They won the game by 30 runs. Well, it's time for us to find out who the player of the match is. We've got Faizan Khan waiting, so let's head to Faizan.
Thank you so much, Shoaib. Yeah, we are here for the presentation ceremony of this fantastic game. Once again, the matches have been of the highest quality. The performances have been of the highest quality. And in the presentation party with me today is Mr. Mohit Raghav. He's an entrepreneur. He's going to give it out for an all-round performance to Awais Ali Shah, the player of the match in this game. Awais was already brilliant in the first innings, where he scored 26 runs of just 10 deliveries, 3 sixes, taking the team total to safety and then picking up 4 wickets and making sure that they got to victory comfortably in the end. Awais, tell us more about the performance. जब आप आए थे बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए तो क्या फीलिंग थी आपकी, और 26 रन 10 गेंदों में आपने बनाए, तो were you thinking कि अच्छा टोटल बन गया है बोर्ड पर?
हाँ, बिस्मिल्लाह। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ, और जिस टाइम पे मैं गया तो खुरम भाई ने भी कहा कि अब ये तुम्हारा टाइम है और इसको अवेल करो। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जैसे मैंने पहला बॉल खेला तो बल्ले पे सही आ रहा था, तो उसमें अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सक्सेस मिली।
4 विकेट 10 रन 3.3 ओवर्स, ये तो ड्रीम है।
बहुत अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ अगेन, क्योंकि मैं पहले 2-3 मैच मेरे अच्छे नहीं गए थे, तो उसके बाद खुरम भाई से बात की, वो सीनियर जुनैद भाई से बात की, तो उन्होंने समझाया और कहा कि जो तू नेचुरल करता है उस पर, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसमें सक्सेस मिल रही है।
जिस तरह आपकी स्टार्ट हुई थी टूर्नामेंट में, आपकी टीम की थंडरबोल्ट्स की 2 मैचेस शुरू के हार गए थे, लग रहा था शायद बाहर हो जाए, देन एक बड़ी विक्ट्री मिली और अब सेमीज में खेलने वाले हैं आप कल। तो क्या ख्याल है, ये रास्ता कैसा रहा जहाँ तक जिस तरह आप सेमीफाइनल्स में पहुँचे?
पहले जो जैसे शुरुआत हुई तो ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा मुश्किल था, पहले 2 मैच हार गए और उसके बाद अभी 3 जीत गए अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। तो यही था कि हार नहीं मानी और जेल होके खेले तो उसमें जीत मिली अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
Wish you all the very best for the semi-finals tomorrow, Awais, and congratulations, brilliant performance from you. Well, that was Awais Ali Shah. He has given us a brilliant performance today, and we are awaiting more such performances in the last of the league games, which is coming up for you at 9 o'clock time. It's back to Shoaib in the comm box for now.
Well, thank you, Faizan. That is the upcoming game that we're about to witness. Match number 15, which is going to be played between the ILT20 Pearls and the Gulf Giants development team. Important fixture for ILT20 Pearls. If they win this, they qualify. If they don't, well, it's going to get tricky. Well, that is coming up next from the ICC Academy in just a bit. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
रश है नस नस में, लगे कुछ नहीं अब बस में, उठने वाला है एक तूफान, जूतों के फीते लगे कसने, जब चलेगा बल्ला मचेगा हल्ला मचेगा शोर, भाई लड़ना मैच छलक जाए हाथ से बॉय, बाजी मार जा चाहे शारजा चाहे दुबई, मैदान में और जान लगा और कर दे तबाही। Get up and keep on moving, get up and hit that shot, get up, don't stop the music, होने रे हल्ला 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 हल्ला, होने रे हल्ला 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 हल्ला, होने रे। बॉल करा ऐसी देखे पूरा आबू धाबी, जो फेस करे रन चेस करे तो करे खराबी, हर कान किसी न चेहरे पे न फिक्र जरा भी, हम मार गिरती चाल शेर सीखा था नवाबी। The best of the best, you know, but the best of the best, you know. Life